Greetings guys, gals and non-binary pals, and welcome back to another video. I hope that you are well, and I hope that you are fighting, because there is a lot to be fighting for. As usual, there'll be a link in the description to the page on my website with a bunch of petitions, donations, emails to send to MPs, etc, etc. Now today, it is Halloween, I think. If I have my upload schedule correct in my head, today is Halloween. If it's not, I can't do about it. But to celebrate Halloween, I thought, let's do something spooky. Let's do something scary. And what is scarier than how men write women? Exactly. Nothing. Nothing is scarier than how men write women. So today, I'm going to go through the subreddit r/menwritingwomen. The most terrifying way to spend Halloween. You're so welcome. You've come to the right place. If you are looking to get spooked today, you've come to the right place. I can't read these out loud. I can't do it without just dying. Her body tensed and quivered as she felt wave after wave surge through it. I probably should have told her about the new electric fence. Oh my god, I remember that time Biscuit touched an electric fence. We went to my batch and I heard a screaming and it was Biscuit and he touched the electric fence. And I then was like, maybe it's not on, maybe something else happened. So then I decided to touch the electric fence and I fell onto the ground and just lay there for way too long. I blacked out for a second. I don't know why I thought it was a good idea.
Why?
I don't know, it was pretty dumb. It was painful. And he's smaller than me. He's half the size of me. So I felt very bad for him. Don't touch electric fences. It hurts. Her body tensed and quivered as she felt wave after wave surge through it. Yeah, relatable. Yeah, that's precisely what happened. I blacked out and just like twitched on the ground for a sec. So at least he's got it right, I suppose. I wouldn't really word it like that though. Anyway, carrying on. That was a bit of a... Yep. I have to mentally prepare myself to read this one. Hey baby, it's happening. I'm ovulating right now. I felt the tingling of my egg coming out. But the most obvious change to Felicia's body from the woman who had let me join her in the shower was a full inch of waistline added from a burgeoning uterus filled with my... I can't do it. Filled with my bountiful overnight deposits. Imagining those seeds making way into her fallopian tubes, seeking that most precious treasure of eggs and bringing them to life with her flooded womb, I felt myself stiffen once more. Ah! Oh my god, I'm crying. Fucking what? Huh? Ah yes, that time every month where I feel my eggs tickling my ovary. Like a little feather, just inside my... That's how you know when you're That's how you know you're ovulating. All people out there with ovaries, you get me. You know what I'm talking about. We all know. And also, my guy, that is not how any of this works. Seeking their way into her fallopian tubes? Your seed. Seeking their way into a fallopian tube. Fallopian. So... you want to give this woman an ectopic pregnancy. Is that what you're saying? You know that can kill her, right? You know that's not good. That's not where babies are meant to go. This man deadass Googled woman body. Ah, yes. That part. That's where baby goes. Not this part here that's like a size where maybe something could grow, but in the little tubey bit. The little tubey bit. Yeah. That's where it goes. The uterus part, I don't know what that's for. That's just a dumb little pocket, and then we don't need that. The little tubey bit, that's where babies go. Huh? What? Can we please get better sex education? Please teach better biology. Something needs to be done. Ooh. This is a man replying to something. I don't know what the original post is. It's a headache. Actually, false. Most females nowadays were never a virgin. When a female loses her virginity, she produces a hormone in her body that opens up the vagina wider as well as the hips. It also enhances breast growth. Because so many females are going for bigger men and more men in a short span, they can trick their body into thinking they're losing their virginity over and over, releasing more of these hormones. Over time, the levels of these hormones have been so astronomically high that children are being born with it. Obviously, for males, it doesn't. I love the exception for men. There's always punishment for women having sex, but never anything for men. Obviously, for males, it doesn't change anything, but females are literally being born that way. There are females who have never been a virgin, and we have a whole line of degenerate mothers on their cock carousel. Why is this a thing? Why have I seen that so many times? Cock carousel? I love it so much. There are females who have never been a virgin, and we have a whole line of degenerate mothers on their cock carousel ride to blame. This is quite literally probably the funniest thing I have ever read in my life. I have so many questions. Like, firstly, huh? Secondly, what? Where did these facts, where did he get this information? I really just want to know where this information came from. Did he just try to make up a bunch of, like, did he make this up? Has he read this somewhere before? Is there like a whole group of people who believe this that learned in some secret special man class? Like, how do you, what? I do love, though, that it's obviously it doesn't change for men. When women have sex with multiple people, they're degenerates. Whereas if men do it, it's fine. Who are the men having sex with? This is what I don't get. Who are each other? Cool, that's chill. They can do that, but like I feel like that's not what you're talking about, though. I feel like a lot of the people who say this sort of shit are not the type of people who are into other men. Not a single thing about this makes any sense at all. And the fact that this was in response to probably a woman explaining something about women's bodies makes it so much funnier. Does straight men know that they're meant to like women? I don't think they know that they're meant to like women. My note for this one is crispy vagina. Another blob lay in the shadows, its limbless bulk crisped like a side of barbecued beef. There was no head. Apparently the gas tank explosion had shattered the skull. Only one anatomical detail identified the remains as female, the charred cavity of the vagina. Here, a single sliver of skin had curled away, revealing a fleck of pinkish flesh beneath. What in the ever-living fuck did I just read? Imagine sitting down and being like, yes, I'm going to write about an explosion and they find a body. But it is only going to be a charred vagina. Why did you feel the need? Why are you thinking about just like a body that is not a body and just a vagina? Like an entire body that's just char with an intact vagina. Like, I think that's a cause for some concern. Jail time. That is what I am prescribing you. When he touched her breasts, she was so aroused that she felt moisture trickle down the inside of her thigh. Oh, honey. She just peed. That's... Macaroni in a pot. But it's not. It's pee. It's not macaroni in a pot. It's the boiling water that you put in before you cook the pasta. That's the difference. You're welcome. And female anatomy explained. I hate myself so much. Do you ever just want to slam your head through a brick wall because you hate yourself? Fucking mood. Me too. But also I'm the best. The second photo was of Sonia in her bridal gown. Again, alone, and again with nothing virginal about her eyes. My mother, of all people, had once instructed me about the difference. Once a woman had slept with a man, she said, the woman would develop little pouches in her lower eyelids, which would show when she smiled. Sonia was smiling in both pictures, and the small pouches were there unmistakably. Loophole, if you don't want creepy men to know that you aren't a virgin, have sex with women. It doesn't apply. He just said so himself. You only get the little pouches in your eyes if you have sex with men. So, loophole, just sleep with women and then creepy men will leave you alone. I wish that was true. Imagine if creepy men left lesbians alone. Wow, what a world we would live in. Now I'm sad. He wrote this into a book, right? And I'm assuming a fictional book. But he wrote that in there as though that's a real thing from the real world, but now is in a fictional book to tell people who's reading the book that that's a fact. If that makes sense, like, you know how you write, like, you know, the sky is blue in a book. Because the sky is blue, you base that off of real life. I feel like that's something he genuinely believes is a real thing. I like, though, that he's playing it off as though his mother told him that, because it's fiction, so he's allowed to say his mother told him, but obviously she didn't, because it's a load of bullshit, and his mother would slap him. Don't hit your children. Unless they're, like, grown men writing shit like this and they're not children anymore, then maybe I'll make an exception. Well, it's not child abuse if they're in their 40s. Like, let's be real here. Don't hit your children, because it's terrible. And then they'll, like, learn that violence is the answer, and, like, it's shit. That's completely off topic. Don't hit kids. There's a lot of science behind that. But if your child is, like, 50 and sexualizing and objectifying women, I feel like it's fine. Fucking slap him across the face. I don't agree with violence, but I also would not stop you. I would just look the other way. Male author is insisting that he is living proof that it is possible for a male author to write an authentic female protagonist. Here is a quote from the first page. The first page. I sauntered over, certain he noticed me. I'm hard to miss, I'd like to think. A little tall, but not too tall, obviously. We can't be too tall. God, tall woman? Disgusting. A nice set of curves, if I do say so myself. Pants so impossibly tight that if I had a credit card in my back pocket, you could read the expiration date. The rest of my outfit wasn't that remarkable. Just a few old things I had lying around. You know how it is. Why? Why are we making her curves and the tightness of her clothes the most important thing about her? This is page one. Page one, and you've decided to make it all about her physical appearance. Like, no intro to, like, her character and, you know, who she is. It's all about what she looks like. And you've done it implying that everyone's going to be staring at her ass to the point where you could read the expiration date through her pants. Don't do that. Don't do that. I'd love to see how this man writes male characters, because I feel like it's not going to be the same. He gonna write all his male characters like that? My bet's on no. Stop making women's bodies the center of our characters. It's the least important part. It's the least important part. I do not care how big a character's boobs are. It does not matter. I do not care about the character of her nipples. A lot of men seem to really like writing about nipples, and it's really, really weird. Stop it, or I will cut your hands off so you can't write anymore. You can talk, can't you? Solution. Remember a few days ago when I was talking about just an island for Trump supporters and we'd, like, lock them in? The men who write women like this, they can go there. Sorted. There we go. And they're not allowed to publish their books outside of this nation of bigots. So we never have to sorted. Okay. I'm glad we have that under control. We have that figured out now. I'm gonna struggle to read this one. He slowly slid into her, careful not to hurt her. He groaned when he felt how tight she was. Not surprising, really, since she was a virgin. He pushed in more and felt himself go through a barrier which he knew was her virginity. I'm just gonna... Yeah, I'm tapping out. I'm tapping out. I can't take any more of it. So, happy Halloween. If you have been spooked, if this is the most terrifying thing you have seen today, drop a like, subscribe. Please, I suffered so much today, so I'd really appreciate it. I'm trying to get as many subscribers on here than I do followers on TikTok. I am a while away because somehow my TikTok fucking blew up again recently. A massive thank you to my Kiwi Fruit channel members whose names are on the screen right now. I love and appreciate every single one of you. Thank you so much for joining. And a big shout out to my channel member of the day, Cherry. Thank you. I love you. I appreciate you endlessly. If you would like to become a channel member, you can hit the little blue join button or the link in my description. Thank you so much for coming along. Don't forget to listen to my music, which I keep forgetting to tell you that I have. I have music. Go listen to it. I also have a podcast. Go listen to that too. The link is in the description. It's on Spotify and on YouTube. So go do that. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Stay safe. Keep fighting. I love you. Mwah.
And when you close